Ahoy there, cruisers! These are our 7 top tips if you're planning on doing a Caribbean cruise.
But before we start, please make sure you subscribe to our channel so you don't miss out.
So tip number 1 is the best time to sail. This will usually be outside of hurricane season, so from about October to early June.
Yeah, around this time you can expect calmer seas, less cancelled ports because of bad weather, also less cancelled itineraries as well, so your cruise won't be cancelled altogether.
Exactly, so you're going to get smoother seas and you're going to get less thunderstorms, and the weather is going to be a little bit more predictable, much more sunny usually historically during this period, with clearer skies, less humidity and less awful heat.
Tip number 2 is about excursions in the Caribbean.
Yeah, so excursions when you book on your cruise line can be super expensive. So where possible, we recommend you do it DIY. So use local vendors who offer tours, make sure that they are reputable companies with some good reviews and a good price, or use taxis because these can often be much cheaper than booking the onboard excursions.
Between the different ports in the Caribbean, though, there is a few islands where we would only do a ship-booked excursion just for safety reasons because we don't feel comfortable. For example, Jamaica, we'd personally only ever do a ship-sponsored excursion.
Dominican Republic, Honduras, and some parts of the Bahamas as well. I wouldn't go out by myself. I would always do it on a cruise excursion.
Yeah, but then there's other islands such as Saint Martin and Grand Cayman, which, you know, I feel completely comfortable getting off, walking around, getting local buses or a taxi. And you'll find as well, taxis in the Caribbean can be a bit more competitive. So make sure that you get a price up front and don't be afraid, you know, to barter with them as well.
Absolutely. Make sure you agree on a price before you get into that taxi. But as with all excursions, just ensure you have plenty of time to get back to the ship. You don't want to miss it. So tip number 3 is currency.
Money, money, money.
So this one is super easy because the majority, if not all Caribbean islands accept US dollars. So don't go getting all of those different currencies because you're just going to get really confused. Make sure you pack lots of dollar bills as well for tipping.
Yeah, we actually found a lot of the local vendors preferred US dollars to the local currency as well. So that just makes it nice, simple and easy to just, you know, stick to the US dollar.
But some islands as well, also the European islands, accept the euro. So places like St. Martin, Aruba, Martinique, places like that will also accept the Europe will also accept the euro if you are in Europe.
Yeah, but also, yet again, make sure that you're not getting ripped off with the exchange rate as well. So just be well aware of that. When you're pricing things up, just double check that they're not overcharging you in US dollars or the euro.
So tip number 4. It's 4.
Four.
It's 4. So tip number 4 are some ports that we would usually try to avoid. These include places like Nassau in the Bahamas and maybe Freeport, just because there really isn't that much to do there and they're so oversaturated with cruise lines. And we found that you get bothered a lot by people on the street trying to sell you things, so it wouldn't be somewhere that we would normally like to go. We'd usually stay on the ship.
It's a good ship day actually, Nassau. You find a lot of people use that as a day to enjoy the ship while it's a lot quieter.
Punta Cana in the Dominican Republic as well, just because there really isn't that much around there. The port area is quite boring, and you can't really just go walking off by yourself as well, because it's another one of those little bit shady islands in some parts.
Shady lady. Also, Roatan in Honduras is actually a high crime and murder rate. That's a great stamp on the tourism banner, isn't it?
And whilst we know around the port area you are a lot safer, and this does tend to be mostly in the big cities in Honduras and things like that, we still throw caution to the wind, don't we? We definitely,
Also, Falmouth, Jamaica, we've already mentioned, we don't particularly like that port as well.
There's not really much around the port, and we found ourselves being really harassed by really pushy sellers, so it kind of put us off a little bit. So I would do a shore excursion there if I had to. So as with anything, we would check with your local travel advice office, so it's a foreign travel advice for the UK, just to check where safety warnings are and which ports are safer than others, just to make a decision when it comes to doing a DIY excursion versus a cruise line excursion.
Yeah, as ever, do not put yourself in danger, and if you do not feel comfortable, don't do a DIY excursion. You know, just double check that everything is safe and okay. Okay, so less of the negative, let's go to the positive. Number 5 is the ports that we like to visit.
Yeah, we love St. Martin. We find it to be a really interesting island. It's split into 2 with the French side at the north and the Netherlands side at the south. It's a really fun place with really good shopping, really good drinking, and some beautiful beaches as well.
Yeah, it's nicknamed the Friendly Island for a reason. Very friendly, very welcoming, and we always feel very safe there as well.
We also love San Juan in Puerto Rico as well, just because it's so different.
Yeah.
There's lots of history and culture and beautiful architecture here. We find it to be a really colourful port with lots of shopping and things to do.
Also, it's a really easy port to get around. Everything's walkable from where the ships dock, and you can just walk into the town and you've got tons of history right there.
Charlotte Amalie in St. Thomas is another favourite of ours, so that's in the US Virgin Islands. It's a really lovely island with really friendly people, loads to do and some beautiful beaches.
Yeah, and again, depending on which dock you dock at, if you dock in the town, it is literally a stone's throw away from one of the biggest attractions, which is the mountain, where you can get one of them tasty buckshot? No. Buckwild.
Buckweed.
That really alcoholic drink.
Yeah, I forgot what it's called. Buckshaw.
Buckaduck?
I
don't know. Isn't it? Bushwhacker.
Bushwhacker. Yeah.
I was thinking something to do with bushes and ducks.
Buckaduck. Okay.
You'd feel very ducked after you drank one of them.
Another favourite of ours is Castries in St. Lucia as well, just because it's such a spectacular island. Again, with beautiful beaches, shopping, and those amazing pitons.
Finally, the private resorts such as Labadee and Coco Cay are a favourite of ours as well, just because you feel completely safe. They have beautiful beaches, lots to do. They're just a fantastic beach day, aren't they?
Yeah. So tip number 6, and this is super important so it doesn't ruin your holiday, is make sure you bring plenty of sun protection.
Yeah, you do not want to get your vacation ruined by not being prepared and burning your skin or getting dehydrated or having sunstroke or anything like that.
This is the worst thing that can happen, so make sure you bring lots of sun lotion with a high factor of both UVA and UVB to protect your skin, and make sure that you apply generously and very often, especially if you're in and out of those pools. And we recommend wearing a hat, drinking plenty, and some light cotton sort of things, coverings for your body as well whilst you're in the sun for long periods of time.
And you might have seen as well, we particularly like to wear swim tops as well, just because it gives us that extra layer of protection while we're in the sun all day. You know, you're in and out the pool, and while your sun lotion may be waterproof, it's still, you have to keep up with
There's nothing worse than your back or your chest being burned, is it? It's so uncomfortable.
So uncomfortable, so you save tons on sun lotion as well. So yeah, we like to wear swim tops as well for that reason. Before you leave for your cruise, we highly recommend that you research each of the ports that you're going to be visiting, so you know exactly what you're going to be doing in each port. Also, we like to look at things such as where the ATMs are, if there is any around as well, just in case. It's nice to get to the port, know what you're doing, know the cost of how much a taxi would be or any sort of transportation, just so you do not get ripped off. And if you are going to be doing excursions, make sure you pre-book them.
Exactly. Another thing before you even book your cruise is to check what cruise you are going to actually choose. So this means the cruise line and the ship, and oh my gosh, there are plenty to choose from, especially in the Caribbean. Basically every major cruise line sails there with lots of different ships, so make sure you do your research beforehand to make sure that you're picking the right cruise for you. So that's it for our tips for the Caribbean. If you have any tips, guys, please let us know in the comments below. We'd love to share them on a future video, and please make sure you hit that subscribe button and bell button so you know when we upload a brand new video.
If you liked this video and you'd like to support us to create even more of them, please take a look at our Patreon. Big thank you to our cruise captains Amy, Triss and Melanie.
Thanks guys, so that's it till next time.
Happy cruising!
Be in cruise!
But before we start.
Ahoy there, cruisers. These are... You didn't say anything.
What's wrong with me?
Going to be as hot, so it's going to be much more bearable.
You just ended the sentence. I was like, what?
It went up. Let's start again.